What's up, you guys? I'm here with Redmond from Team Matt and Redmond from the amazing race. How you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic. Yeah.
You know, we're here at the after party right now, and this guy came so close to the finish line. So close to the finish line. Tell me about that, please.
It was good. Matt and I had a great race. We had a lot of fun. We still got to travel around the world. We got to go to every single country that the other teams went to. Unfortunately, we just weren't in the running for the money, but we still had a great time.
Well, you two were like killing it though. Like I'm serious. Like a lot of us at home were saying, you know, I think this is going to be the team to beat because you guys were just really well. You guys worked very well together.
Yeah, I think we were a very strong team, and that may have actually hurt us. Kind of the same way that being a strong team hurt Seth and Olive. Kind of sometimes if you show your strength right away, those teams go home early. Those teams are the ones that get targeted and don't get helped out by the other teams. And then I think Scott really played it well where he didn't show us his strength when he was going on. So we kind of just thought he was the underdog, or we didn't really think too much, and he showed us wrong. You know, he came back really strong. So I think our strength may have hurt us for a little bit. Scott's
game was serious. It obviously worked out, but I think what you're saying is true. Do you think that's why London and Logan were able to get so far without people really looking at them as a threat?
I think that might be a part of it, but they were a very strong team. The good thing about Team Lolo is they were always doing well. They never did great. They were always doing well, so they were never in the back. And so I don't want to just say it's because people weren't worried about them, because they worked their tail off and they really did run a very good race, and that's why they were in the finals.
You know, what would you say is the biggest thing that you've gained from this experience? Because I mean, you guys were like at the end. Like when I saw you guys get eliminated, I was like, no, because I wasn't expecting it. I mean, none of us was expecting it. It was the subway. You know, the stupid subway. Do you think that's why you guys were eliminated, because of the subway?
No, the subway cost us 20 minutes. The taxi driver getting lost was about an hour and a half. So, yeah, it was an hour. Well, it didn't cost us an hour and a half. We were in the cab for just over an hour and a half. I think it took the other teams like 10, 30 minutes to get to the airport, or to get to the challenge. So it was definitely the taxi that got lost. But
how hard was that not to like flip out?
Yeah, that was probably the hardest part of the race, because I knew it wasn't his fault. Every single time I watched the race, you know, you always think, how dare you yell at taxi drivers? So even though somewhere in your body you want to, you know, there's no reason to. He was just doing his job, and he just didn't look at the clue right. We should have pushed it more. But it still was kind of hard not to say something, you know.
I mean, that's fair. I think I might have had to say a couple words like, really? You know, really, taxi driver? Now, what would you say is like the most fun thing that happened on the race? Things that we didn't see on TV?
The absolute most fun I had on the Amazing Race was in Norway. They actually show it on YouTube, but it doesn't show it on the real show, so I'm counting that. In Norway, Matt and I were driving back. We found out we were going to have to get on a train and leave Norway. We had only been in there for like 8 hours or so, and we did not want to leave. We kept telling each other, I just wish we can put the race on pause and go camping right by the water. And we show up to the bus station, it was closed, and they say, hey, we're going to put the race on pause really quick. And we drove over to our tents that were all set up for us, and we all got to have a bonfire, drink some alcohol together, have a wonderful barbecue, and it was just a great time. And that's always the #1 thing I talk about, is our barbecue, our camping trip in Norway was something I'll never forget.
The real bonding time that you guys got.
It was a great bonding time. Nobody was thinking about the race. That's when Ashton and I became great friends, and Bank and I started, you know, we became friends after our fight. So everybody was just so friendly with each other, completely forgot you were on the race, and we just had fun and had a great barbecue with each other.
That's good. Some very memorable things, right? Now, do you have any tips for any future amazing races out there that might want to go on the show and win, you know? Any tips?
I don't really have the best advice for winning.
No, you were good. Come on. What can you tell them?
Honestly, I think one thing that we showed the world is that attitude is very, very important. And so there were a lot of times, like getting U-turned, when we got U-turned, that we could have had a sour attitude about it, and we didn't. And that's why we came back and beat 5 teams. attitude is incredibly important, not just in winning, but it's important in just, when I look back at the race, I have nothing but positive memories. And it's because we had a great attitude. Winning was a very important goal with us, but we really wanted to see how many countries we could travel to and how great of a time we could have. And I mean, I'll never forget the time I had there. So if you're going to go on the race, or if you're going to do anything similar, I say just remember to have a positive attitude.
I would say you two were always having so much fun, making so many jokes in your interviews, and it was fun to watch. I liked it. Unfortunately, Matt is not here, but hey, Matt, if you're watching, we're here. Congratulations, and congratulations to you on the show.
I do want to say, wherever Matt is, I know he's not here with us, but I bet he does look adorable. No matter what he's doing, he probably is doing it and looking just absolutely fabulous. Thank you.
You see what I'm talking about, you guys? This is the fun that they brought to the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.